Hello and welcome. Right, I was just checking these out because I could see that they'd actually. So the straw cutlery set, they are all there. Yeah, straw baskets, straw hats. Why does it keep switching alt on? Should not keep seeing the hand like that, but I am. No, it's refusing to switch it off. Have I actually? Sometimes the game doesn't actually come into the game. That doesn't make much sense, but yeah. It doesn't actually do the keyboard in the game. Yeah, I think I'm still outside the game. The gamepad is in the game, but I think I need to. Now then, yeah. If I press Alt, has it changed then or something or what? Super strength on? Yeah, no, it is. So why are we still seeing the? It's still as the hand being on. Or is it not super strength? Yeah, I mean, it's not working anyway. We can see that. It's not going light or not. Have I got super strength on? Yes, I have. So what is happening here? Yeah, so the straw boards and that, they are actually all sort of showing, which is good. So at least it's not like FS22 where your hand actually drags things around. I am actually blown out of the waters by how well we did do. I mean, literally, we did so terribly well. The only bad thing is I do find is in a situation like this, you tend to be, your farm's reached a certain extent, so you've got equipment that's ready for that size farm, and then all of a sudden you've got a monstrous amount of fields, and you're like, oh my, like it's going to take you a long time to actually seed them, or you've got to spend a lot of cash on making your farm up to scratch. But the biggest thing that I really thought was I am going to make a shed of my own because only I know what I want. It's true. I mean, I look at other people's sheds and I think, oh, that's fantastic. It's great. It's too small. It's not tall enough. It doesn't have anything. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. My still of all sheds ever, Black Sheep Moddings, which is no longer in the game, is my absolute favourite. This is the closest to it. But it's got quite a large skirt, which you can actually see it has, which sort of means it's not always placeable. I want to make something similar. I want it to be a bit worn, but you can't get much cheaper than this. It is £4,000, so even mine's going to be like, it's going to be no cheaper than that because that's just stupendous value. But I want to do sort of bays, by which I mean things that come out where you can still put your goods here, but like there isn't, it doesn't go in here, so you can still have this, but you can have your. I loved Black Sheep Moddings where it got the bays that come inside, and it would got like a run through, like at the back, where you could got a run through here like this, with a big area where you can run things through, and then a little bays where you could stick your equipment, and that's sort of what I want. But I want to go slightly different in so much as I want it as massive run through inside like this with very little skirt, but I would like to do bays coming out. So again, this is probably one of the most economical type of buildings that you've got in farming. It's just the traditional, which was originally used in Great Britain for straw. You would put straw under it, but it's a cheaper shed because there are no sides, there are no walls, but really in almost all weather it will protect what is under it, and that's not bad. Only driving rain from the sides will like go inside, and only then, only a little bit. And if you did your runaways right, then to be honest, your water's not going to go in there either. So again, it's down to the builder and how they do that. So what I'm going to do is bays that come out that go to support poles on there. I'd have to show you. Yeah, I would. I'm going to do that. But I'm going to do it from scratch. It's going to be a complete blend. Oh, it's really weird the way that does that. It is ever so strange. Right, anyway, yeah, so what I was going to do, this very session, I was going to come in, and I was going to do, I'd forgotten about the snow. It's never that good sticking the things in, because we can afford it. I thought, I don't want any excuses. I want sheds. I want to design a farmyard. And do we do it now? Let's try it. We can always clear a bit of snow. I'm going to do this in a time lapse. I am, so that I'm not. And it is true also. It's a bit of a shame because I really do like this monstrous plough, but it is a bit of a kick in the teeth when you sort of get used to the mulch feature of Ridiculous Dominic's. All ploughs seem to like fade into oblivion due to the feature that you've got with that, and I'm like, it's true. It's true. Yeah, it's Oh, and I like think, well, if you're going to do that, you need to take some of these other players out. I won't take Black Sheep Modeling, say, even though I know it is. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just unsure. I've designed a new lizard myself as well. A new, obviously for when I'm mod testing. That's not what I want to do. Yeah, when I'm mod testing, it should show. Yeah, I've changed the BI Industries fertilizer spreader for when I test, so we should have a third one. It should say. Actually, yeah, we also have got another one. Wow, it's not got the picture. No, it's got the wrong picture. Yeah, now this is a work in progress. This is the Xylon's back box. I was intended to. It's an additional storage of fertilizer and lime. It is plastic. It's just white plastic at the minute. It will be black, the same as that particular colour. But it's a work in progress. I did it last night. I'm not sure if the attach bars will work properly. I've sort of got rid of the silver ones because it didn't make much sense. The silver supports that were on the other one, but I'm not sure whether they will disappear because I think I've done something to that. And I've obviously increased the price. It is representative of a different price. So again, this is just for the Xylon, and I will colour the tanks. It's plastic. It is plastic. I could have done it chrome or anything like that, but I thought, no, let's stick to the same type of substance as the spreader itself, which you can't actually see the stip. Oh, you can if you go really close. Yeah, you can see the stippling. So that's for the Xylon. And we have got, should have, no, not that one. Is it that one then? No, it's not that one either. It's got to be that one then. It's got to be. It is the lizard. Yeah, I designed it earlier. The lizard with a little lizard on it as well, a little silver lizard. So yeah, and it's what I thought I'd do was I will remove the brand because the giants will tell me off and say, well, it's still a BI brand, which it would be because you can see the brand is actually carrying across to the store on the left-hand side where your items are. That will be lizard. I will change that to lizard. So that will pull from Giant's own graphics, not mine. But I've got a lizard, and the BI277 that it still is going to be the model. It's a lizard, bigger inside 277. Being as I've got to sort of compromise and make it into a Giants, that's what I'm actually going to do. I'm also going to make something like the Colossus, as in like a bigger one, because it is, I mean, with the Xylon front boxes, they are actually approaching quite a big sort of thing when you think of, was it that one? No, it's the one with that. It's the one that says Xylon on it, I think is probably the giveaway. Yeah, this one is obviously 4,777. It's like a double in, which you can see actually is actually quite true. It is well more than double, and it's not a conical. It's like not a cone that shrinks and gets smaller. It's a square or a set of squares actually that should fit perfectly well on the Xylon because it was taken from the. I modelled it using the original Xylon front boxes, and then actually stuck them inside the model for, oh, it's shrunk, it's gone down a little bit. Oh, no, I suppose it's the wheels. Yeah, actually, the actual model is sitting exactly on the floor as it should. It's just the wheels are sunken slightly. So it may not detach. I'm going to obviously, this very Let's Play is the one that I've actually made it for because it does make a bit of sense, but the picture's obviously not quite right. So then, can we do some sheds? We're going to go into a time lapse to achieve this because, and it may or may not. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I'm not sure about the snow, whether that's going to, and also how many I'm going to do, that type of thing. But I would like to have a go, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. it's got to have a bit of a look at those. There's a few of those that I really do got some real character. And it's something I want to pay a bit more attention to. I usually just, I'm a very practical person where I just stick things down because they're practical. But really, it is nice to go for things. But I do think cost also has got to be a fact. Ooh, okay, that didn't. All my life, that was not. We didn't put that in. We did smoothing afterwards, but yeah, that is true. I would not have expected that to actually do what it has done. Really? Let's just stick that hopefully back. Yeah, that should just about. Yeah, let's have a look. Is it okay? No, yeah, that's bizarre because I'm sure I might use B mode. Home of Terror. I didn't think I did, but maybe I did. So I do like the character. It's, yeah, really nice old worn wood. Now, it may look better than the graphics on this. I'm hoping to get obviously my big machine back soon, but I would imagine this is going to look a bit better. It looks like someone's paid a lot of attention to detail on this, but my graphics settings at present will not sort of bring this. Yeah, it looks quite oldie. It's because the texture packs I think that it's choosing are to save power on the card, and so as it's not overtaxing it rather than I like that. I do like that a lot. I've never had that before. The old time shed pack, I've got to be honest, I'm quite impressed with it. Yeah, now this one down here, not obviously not this, but this one, and I tweaked that a little bit as I left. Yeah, this one I'm really quite impressed with. Skirt's not too big. It fits almost anywhere. It's high. You can stick harvesters in that in. Looks old and worn, which is why it's only what it is, but really is a smashing sort of design. Yeah, tall and thin. So you could stick multiple ones together and make them into quite a large set, which is not a bad thing. Or they fit nicely on the edge of fit, and they're still very long. Very, very long, so that an awful lot of stuff can go under them. This, to me, is one of those sheds that's sort of a bit of a dark horse because it sort of wins in a lot of places when all the bigger sheds, like my favourite, the 4000 one, often doesn't. It's got a big skirt, it only fits in certain places. There's a lot of times I've tried to fit that in and it's just too big. That one, very similar design, would actually fit in almost all places. It's just a little long, but you could get away with doing two 5000 ones. I could make something like that where you can fit two together, and I like that a bit like the modular shed, which is really good. So we've got some sheds, storage. We've sort of got the production silos and actually our productions as well, and the buy points, which they've tried to make them all look like, you know, yeah, like silos, so that it looks like a farm would do with like proper tubes and all the rest of it. So how much have we got? Yeah, fully got that in. So we have got a bit of rope. What is the price of ropes at the minute? I think we did say that actually they were. Yes. Oh, these are still in the green as well. So we really should take the rope, which is yellow, 5.5, 5.8 is the highest. That's about right. But the guar glue, I can't believe that's worth it. Ooh, there's another 7,300 tons. And also, yeah, with the clothes, we were hoping that we were going to speed time up. We will. So January is still in, so that hopefully we can just about get another thing of clothes, and then we're going to take everything to market. I can't believe where we are, as in like clothes wise. I mean, not clothes wise, as in like, let's have a look at the Super Spinny Tailor, see if we can get this 7. Obviously, we do. Yeah, it's only 11 o'clock. Also, we would check the sales because things can pop later or they can disappear. But we will check. If we take this till about 4 o'clock, are we going to get another thing of clothes just pop? I would have thought we would might be lucky. 4.5. No, that's yeah. Oh, we've done it. Excellent. We've done it. Brilliant. Right, that I do love when a plan comes together. Let's get everything tucked into And onto the, yeah, I think we definitely want to put everything on to the, oh wow, got 2 roads as well. Wow, that's a bonus, because I really wasn't expecting that. But let's do this. Oh, and the walls come through as well. We won't muck around with that. I suppose we ought to, really, because I suppose as a test, it would be interesting to see how much do you get if you go right the way through till tomorrow. Will we impact if we take some now? Tomorrow's, because I know in FS22 it did spawn again, which I thought was quite a good feature on FS22. Does it do the same in FS25? I would have thought. I mean, the thing is, you can never really know that Giants are going to follow the same pattern that they have done before, because they don't always. It's a little bit like modding. I was thinking, when I wasn't modding, I was thinking, why did Giants make it so hard for the modders? Why do they change things every single time? And I thought, because they do want the modders to work for the mods. I don't mean it nasty, but obviously, you know, you've got, it would be so boring if, like, why do Giants change things every single time? So that you can't just, like, roll it in the same mod as you had last time. You've got to work and make that different. You've got to put effort in, is what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, and quite a lot of effort was required. Now, sometimes between the iterations, it's not as much effort as in others. Yeah, like, as in, it's not always a mega amount. Let's just stick that little bit in as well. Yeah, sometimes it's only little bits. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to be. But I think we're still, yes, luckily the snow is not mega thick. So let's get this done. So the closed 2 should have, oh yeah, I can see the box. I can see the box from here. So let's grab that. Go over to the super spinny. So yeah, the super spinny has been adjusted slightly. Yeah, I'm not gone silly or anything. I'm trying to get it the balance, play balance right for all of the mods, so that they're not silly, but they are believable. I want all of my productions to look like they're silos, even though we know they're not. Yeah, so that you're pouring your things into the grate and that type of thing is what I'm trying to actually get done. So yeah, I was looking at my models. I did import them onto this machine as well. I bought a load of models that I blended with water layers and that on that I should be. One of my favourite bits of the Matrix is where Neo uses his brain and actually loads 1,000 guns and stuff like that. What I mean is he uses the loading program to his benefit. Now, as a modder, I've done something similar as a modder, in so much as I've designed lots of shapes and I've got them and I can drag them into all the models, and they are all proper Blender shapes, not like I did a while back when they weren't proper Blender shapes. And obviously they didn't have water layers and things like that, so that obviously that's what Giants don't like. And also the muck that you get on, I need the muck layer. I'm not sure. I was checking my tanker. Now it's definitely got a water layer, but I'm like thinking, has it got the dirt layer? Because what I was finding was they look really dirty very quickly, my models. Like now, it's not really seen much action, and yet all of a sudden it goes a horrible mucky colour. So I'm wondering, has it not got the dirt layer? So I'm obviously these are all things I wish to remedy, because again, Giants will throw them out as not being adequate if they're not right. So we want that as well. Alright, so yeah, straw. So we really need the telehandler on follow, really. Yes. Still haven't seen anybody. I'm sort of feeling that I ought to put my weight into mod testing, because no one has released a telehandler weight yet, which is a bit strange. I don't know that Mantrid. I can't recall that Mantrid has actually done anything. Now, obviously, he did the lightweight that I sort of crafted mine on. You know, basically, I've gone on the same design as Mantra. Obviously, I've not gone for the lightweights. All I wanted was a telehandler weight. Now, normally, DD Mod Passion would do that, but he hasn't. So, I've not seen anybody else do it yet. And obviously, it's not Not because I just think that it would be good because it's something that's missing out of the game at the minute. So again, I am wondering whether I do that as quickly as one of my next mods that I actually do. So we've got a shed down this end, and yeah, so I've got 3 littleish tractors. But remember, don't go on to the... Yeah, those bales should at some point actually, yeah, dissolve. I'm sure they're smaller than they actually... Oh, well, no, he or she is coming. Tardy. I don't know whether that's a... Well, at the minute, the names can be the completely wrong sex for the name. It's one of those things that does tickle me a little. That they obviously... I do love that mod. I used to love it in FS22, but that mod, I like ladies' names, and it had men's names, and they were obviously for a male and a female. Whereas this modder has done lots of different names, but they unfortunately, it doesn't. It's a random pot whether you go to a lady or a man. Yeah, you can. In other words, what I'm saying is, I'll say it better. A lady can have a man's name and a man can have a lady's name, and that is a bit peculiar. It is. Yeah, right. So then, let's have a look and see how big these are. 38,000, so quite a lot. They are big, so they have lost quite a lot. And that one is 11,000, so that one actually is really seriously lost a lot. Right, so let's see, can we grab these? Yeah, so at least I can see though that I have that. I mean, that's plainly the straw cutlery set. I wasn't paying attention properly because I was too busy chatting. Obviously, my nose was rusting. I haven't watched the episode that I did earlier. Oh yeah, straw basket. Now I think the basket, it was the boards was the other thing that I didn't notice. Was it the boards? Baskets, hats, and cutlery is what we've got there. Fantastic. Stickers. I think that is it. It was only like, yeah, it was not like a mega amount. Oh, he says there's another one pops. Okay, it was more than I thought. Yeah, I can't wait actually to put down my... I've done a new dairy that's got quite a lot of boards. Amazing. So there you go. That answers that question. Yeah, there was no red writing that you should get. If I get a mod that's crashing and burning, I will get red writing if I do that. Yeah, it will show you if there's anything wrong, which is obviously what modders use. One of the things we use if things are crashing and burning, because it sort of gives you a clue of what is wrong. A clue, it doesn't give you your gits. Yeah, I mean it's a bit like IT. It's only a clue. It doesn't tell you exactly where to go and what to do to fix it, but it does sort of give you an indicator that is useful for you to pinpoint what is wrong, which is very, very useful to know. Yeah, between that and the mod testing tool, that also tells you. I'd say I've obviously still learning, as in I've got to try to make things now that giants are happy with, which is quite difficult to do because, to be honest, when I think I said this last session, if I was to sum up what I learned from reading their guidelines, it was that basically they're expecting perfection, and that is difficult for an imperfect person to do, but that is what they're expecting. So see, that's not like, it's just 5,000 litres. Yeah, it's not like, ooh. Ooh, wow. I didn't expect to nearly get... Not when you consider that we've obviously done all of the fields, but it is also true what I said. And that is the fact that obviously we have got a lot of grass, and it does seem highly appropriate that we do... If we're going to do it, though, we may well stick the baler up to max, because we're going to have a lot of bales. I think probably bales is probably the best way for us to go if we're going to do it, because it's now a matter of scale. If you sort of think we could probably actually also... I want us to keep hold of the cash, because... Yeah, no, we've bought everything, haven't we? Yeah, we've that's what I say, we've bought 118, 120, so we're going to have this is grass, that's grass, that's grass, that's grass, that's not grass. Yeah, so there's these all... I mean, 100 is a monster of a field. I do also would like to... Yeah, obviously, we know that actually goes an awful lot bigger. I do think that we will grab that land If it was a little bit earlier in the, I would be tempted to do, because obviously we have got the land for it to actually go for cattle, really. We are very close to 86, which is a cattle yard. Really? How much is it? I think it's 300 odd thousand. Oh, you know, it's so slow. It's 4x. 822. Oh, my life. Okay. It's a little bit, a tad more than I thought. But what I mean is, we've got that almost that kind of space, and it is very. You don't need that much space. What I mean is, we could stick a really large enclosure on the edge of that field, or going down there. There's a massive amount of land around that field that is ours, and obviously there's that bit there. With that bit there, means we could actually really do some serious, put a serious enclosure down. But it is sort of getting a little bit late in the Let's Play, in so much as probably I would like to do another year on this to do it proud. How long have we? It won't show because we've just swapped maps. Yeah. Oh, vehicles. Yeah, now that is true. If we look at one of the earliest vehicles, now we've got one of the fence is now like a brand spanker. So we've got to look at one of the fence. What was one of the earliest pieces of equipment that we had? I'm trying to think. We would have had the mower. The mower we had almost straight away. So how old is the mower? Because this is the only real indicator you've got of how long really we have actually been on the map. Because it will tell you, because we bought it brand spanking new, is a lizard back bar mower. It's 34 months. So that is almost 3 years we have actually been playing. So yeah, I think 4 years is my standard. Normally, obviously your first year tends to be quite quick, but we actually did a lot straight away. We actually mushroomed quite quickly. We did grow because we were doing the sheep. It did actually bring quite a lot of cash in quite quickly, so that's not terrible. Right, so then we fed them. We have, I don't know what this is about. I don't know what this here is all about, but it shows frequently now. It's a very strange thing. I don't know what it's about. It's very strange. It literally is. Yeah. It's like the one below. I have no idea what that actually means. But it is strange. Right, so then let's go through till February morning. Now we do need to do cotton, which I believe is tomorrow morning. It is February and March cotton. So what else are we trying to do as well? Because March, I think a lot of it. We know we want to do corn. That's April. Now we have obviously got the harvester, the vegetable harvester. Even though it's the little one, it is still a vegetable harvester. I could literally throw the goods outside and we could grab it afterwards with something like the mover, which we could buy or lease just to like grab that off the ground. That would work. So these are all options. So let's go through till February morning. So if the snow is cleared, we will do the cotton tomorrow. If it's not, we'll hope that it's cleared the morning after. And really, April would be the time we cut our grass because it doesn't grow to full growth stage again. Okay. Oh, so it does feel... That's interesting. So really, it's true. Us moving that stuff halfway through. 2, 4, 6... Let's do, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So it does appear that you do lose some because you don't actually gain that back. So really, it isn't a bad idea for us to grab the stuff and then let's grab the telehandler, which is hiding where? Right over by the straw where we had it last. Makes a bit of sense. Also, how are we doing on the greenhouse? Water soon. Yeah, and the manure's hardly gone down at all. So that's... it's thick snow, though. I think we've had more snow. The other thing is, obviously, I think that sometimes it's not just the shed that makes. I mean, obviously, we have got a lot of little things, but I think some of the tiny details are what make a farmyard as well. These are things that I've really got to. Some beautiful buildings that are in that add character, and I think it's the character that mine are very manly, as in, what I mean by that is, men are renowned for like doing things that are practical, whereas a lady is often a homemaker. People refer to ladies as homemakers because they do those finishing touches as a rule of thumb that men often don't. And I know this is true of myself. I can definitely say that I'm practical and like, yeah, I mean, anybody who's seen the Let's Plays will know that as in Mr. CLP is one of he's really good at designing, I mean, stunning, even though he doesn't think of himself. Yeah, he really does do some stunning work, really. Do we? No, we'll do it. I think we'll do it. Yeah, sometimes you waste time faffing around. Not me, I'm not having a go at myself. Yeah, NASA has just done a beautiful well, the maker of this very, the telehandler with the strap support. Yeah, he's done a fantastic well, really beautiful building, and it is the devil's in the detail, as that old saying goes. It's true. So that's 4. If we grab another, I'd imagine that both of these are probably, both of our wool things are completely. No, or the cotton. No, we don't care about the cotton. It's not what we're really doing. So that's out of wool too. And this is no. I did this yesterday. This has got the wool you've just thrown in there. It's devoured everything else. Yeah, it has. So it's sometimes. Right, so yeah, it's got four tons in. So if we grab 7, like 2, yeah, grab 3, and then that can have 5. If my maths is right, and then we might, it's true, we might start to speed time up, because it's true. We got 4 additional 1,000 litres due to going through the day that we still getting a full amount with that, like, yeah, I'm not explaining myself very well. Oh wow, we broke a mill, literally broke a mill now. Yeah, what I mean is, I've lost my tag now. 2-8 that when you do that. It'll come back to me. I always find the more you chase, the more it like disappears. It's true. That's yeah. Yes, I'm doing well on Lady Hill as well. I'm only able to run Lady Hill and Oak City at the minute anyway. I'm sort of trying to. I've done a few on the New American, and I do love it. It is a really fantastic map, so I think that may be where we're going next as our American map, the New American. Although I'm also torn with carrying on Louisiana. I sort of like fixed the map, and then I thought, but it's a short run, why did you fix the map? Well, I think secretly I was thinking, I reckon when we finished on Oak City that we probably will go to Louisiana. It's got a lot of character, and I would just pick it up from where we left it. So we were just repairing the damage done from the well, still don't to this day know what it was that caused it, but I do have a suspicion that it was agro logistics, which I haven't played since because I am too afraid that it might actually do something again. There was too many coincidences, and I hadn't put it down on Louisiana, but it did appear on Louisiana, and it was the only Let's Play where I had got agro logistics because I thought it was a good idea, and it is a good idea. But the trouble is with script-based mods, they are, as I know, with running PowerShell commands, they are all-encompassing. If you do something that you didn't realise you were doing and you script something, it will do what you didn't think you were doing. So what I mean is, it is quite possible for it to inadvertently shift, because its job was to move things around the map, things from one secret place to another secret place. So it's not beyond the realms that if it was like going a little bit too mad, that it would shift something into another XML file, which is really what was happening. So I do wonder if I think it's a blowout for February. Yeah, I don't think although we could speed time up, like I said. In fact, we could sort of do that now. we do need to feed the animals, yeah, which is not going to take us very long. So we can easily do this as well as run this across. Grab, yeah. Yeah, I've got one of my, I think it's the whiskey mob, but the whiskey factory. I've got one thing that's costing us an absolute fortune, but I thought it was the pallets. Well, I went in there before, like, coming on this, and I checked the pallets, and the pallet price was actually exactly where you'd expect it to be. It really was not anything special. It was just, I think it was 77. So yeah, I really don't know why it's not really the best of choices, really. Let's grab one of the biggies. They are more suited to... Can't wait to use the windrower, actually. I mean, we are going to really be seriously using that as well, so let's grab some grass. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. Wow. That went a bit quicker than I thought. Yeah, I was hoping that that might happen. That's what I was hoping. And you see, we've got like nearly 4,000 litres of wool again, which we saw was not affected by going through until the next day. So, yeah, I'm quite... yeah, I mean, I've got one, the American and an English. I did fall in love with the red barn that you get on Riverbend Springs. I made it a little bit bigger, and I have got it on a couple of Let's Plays, and I did think about putting it on this. I thought, well, I don't want to do it all of the time, every single time, just that one. But I am going to do a proper shed, as I said, based upon pretty much what I said. Something similar to that one, slightly different design of things, but I want it to be tall like that, long, not necessarily as long as that, probably about half as long as that, so it can sort of be fitted into anything, almost fit into any slot. But you could stick 2 or 3 of them down and make quite a large shed, but also the cost reflects the fact that they're not going to be big. I'd also like to do like an awning. Yeah, is what I'm sort of hoping to do. Now, I still haven't had a go at this. Yeah, I still haven't fixed the... I keep tweaking other things and then forgetting about that. So let's just grab those wool. And I think, yeah, we'll stick them in the... I think we'll take it in turns. If we're going to do this, which it does seem a sensible thing to do, I mean, let's face it, it's 4,000... So it's 3:15, February morning. We could start the... Yeah, I think we'll stick in this month, and I think we will go and we'll start planting the cotton right now. Yeah, so we need a planter. We've got a planter, but I think we need more than one. Yeah, I think... did we check the sales this morning? We didn't. Although there is not a lot for us, really. Not even... No, we're doing well enough without actually earning a few thousand. There are certain times in a Let's Play where even that would be very useful. But right now, this very minute, I think actually we're doing all right. So we want a biggie. This is a 7 series. So this is fairly hefty. I like the modelling on this one. Oh, it's the 9. I want the 9 series. Yeah, we want the heavier 9s, actually. Either of the biggies will do nicely. Yeah, so we've got our old windrower. So we want the normal front box and the Pilatus, and I think we will grab another Pilatus because I think one is a little bit inadequate for this kind of thing, and another front box. Yeah. Fantastic. No, I love the Pilatus. It's a very versatile bit of kit. You can seed or plant with it. I really do like it. It's it says we do want that on cotton. Is about right. I think we've got enough in here, because especially if we're like going to do this with a second one as well. Oh, I've knocked me fertilizer spreader down. We're going to course play only because I need to do 2 courses. If you use the standard workers, their patterns seem to overlap a little, which is a bit, there's a bit of stone, but it is only a bit. So yeah, let's Let's have a check. So this is our big field, which have we actually... I don't think we've done anything on it, have we? No, we haven't. So it looks like we're keeping it that size for now. Yeah, this has sort of caught us out a little bit. Right, so it's got that. We want to be 9 meters. Can you do multiple tools yet? You can. Mind you, I still prefer... No, you can, yeah. But I still prefer, if I'm honest, to do one tool and start the second in... Most people talk about the multiple tools. I find it a bit of a pain in certain ways. So I'm going to keep it on one, and I will start the second worker in a different place on the field. It works just as well. Number of headlands, I think 4 actually. Wow, that shows how big that is. That's 4 headlands. That is a beast. Right, so 101, save course, 9 meters. Oh, that'll do. It's closest. Yeah, really. So let's do you first. Go. And we will ask the store to deliver because, let's be honest, we really do need to get starting soon. So let's grab another Pilatus and another front box. No, I do want biggie. I was thinking about the old one as well, but no, this is definitely fantastic. And a front box 2 seed tank. Wait, sorry, it's not a seed tank really, is it? It really is far more than that now. So that's the GTAs. That's the one we want. Again, this is another model that I'm actually going to make my own completely from sort of this model, rather than actually, let's just immediately get rid of that. Oh. That's why I hate it. I don't know why it's not switching off. Yeah, I mean, I'm clearly pressing Alt. Oh, it did work that time. Let's get the other 9 series. 7. 9. Excellent. Let's grab you. Grab the 2 9s. Stick this on that same field too. Most of the other things are going to be later in the year. Obviously, the bad thing is we missed the canola. I was obviously asleep. I was not paying attention, which frequently is the case. It's the trouble with being a content creator, and you've really got a job as well. It's your normal job. Obviously, often, well, my job especially does leave me sort of quite tired mentally. So, yeah. So we want this on cotton 2. I don't want any mistakes. We need to shift that to shift the wall. Am I going to assist personally? It wouldn't be a bad idea really, because I can actually go where I'm needed there. This may well take a bit of a long time though, I've got to be honest. Right, so we want some solid fertilizer. No, we have got the lime out. Did we? No, we didn't lime that field. Right, fantastic, excellent. Let's fold that too. So I feel the only way we're going to achieve this is a bit of a time. Mind you, I need to set the worker going for a bit, because I do need to grab that wall and that. I'm not worried about buying and selling anything at the minute. Right, let's have a go. So we're going to start. Yeah, we'll start this. Just around the same field. I need to clear load, and then we'll see the lines, and we're going to start outside of the we're actually inside the field itself, but about halfway, and then I will work from that particular bit. So that's probably the nearest point for this right now. And we are going to take over in a few minutes. So I'm going to say, oh, my life's nearly done a complete surround. Right, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. I'm quite pleased with that. Two of those don't half make short work of even the largest. Well, I won't say even the largest fields, because there are some very large fields, but this is a big field. It is, there's no doubt. But two of them, one of them on their own, it's not. Yeah, yeah. I think it really is. It's definitely a two-man job, a field of this size, or two. See, I think I'm right as well. I mean, obviously, we're fortunate in so much as we did earn a fortune, and so we could afford one. But really, with the Prolatus, with it being like doing a bit of an all-rounder, or it is an all-rounder. Well, apart from the things like specials, things like poplars, I could have added it, and I thought, no, let's just stick to sort of realistic, you know, like semi-realistic. Yeah, I don't really know if you could mix planters and seeders. Now then, yeah, we've definitely not got enough room. Yeah, you can see how big the skirt is on that. It's now then, I think, yeah, the long ones will probably go to the new one. Stick the seeders in there because it's a nice long run through, and then I don't think that's a bad place to leave it. So yeah, it's been a fairly productive session. Definitely just need the liming to do. I think I'm going to set a standard worker going on that now. So let's stick this all the way through like that, and then we'll literally stick the. In some ways, there are some advantages to having a proper box per one, although you can also, there's an advantage also in like using them for lots of jobs as well. I mean, you can't afford, well, I suppose some farms can. Let's actually set one of the 7s going with the, oh, we've not bought it, have we? No. I did plan on actually buying us something this session. So I'm getting a bit confused because Lady Hill, we have actually got this already, but we haven't actually bought it on this one, but I did plan on doing so. So it would be, it still is a lizard. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the other thing we're buying is, and we will have it delivered because I need to set it going now, is, yeah, I've really fallen in love with this, really. The Colossus version of this. It is a beaut. Very reasonably priced as well. Very, very. We're going to go narrows. We'll go US because it's realistic capacity. We're going to go, I think 30,000. This goes from 40, which I think it does say is unrealistic. So we're going to go 20, which is about a Bredel. I don't think that's too terrible. We'll stick to the Colossus colours. I think Chris S and my list deserve that sort of like recognition that it's theirs. And then let's yes, one of the 7s is more than adequate. Could one of the littler ones, because we're not really using them a lot, and I don't want them to just sit here as like hood ornaments. If it can manage it, which I should have thought it could, we'll set this going on that. It's 180 horsepower. It's not a weak tractor. It's obviously some of the things we've got are quite large. No, let's leave it. It does its auto thing, doesn't it, really? So yeah, set this going with a standard worker. It will no doubt. Now, the one thing I was quite impressed with this, it did last a while. Yeah, it did a big field, but it didn't just suddenly run out. But then I was actually using it myself, so no, we want lime. So 20. Yeah, so it's like one of the big Bredels, and so I think it's 19,950 or something like that for the really big Bredel. Do love the fact it's a beautiful, a massive spread. So yeah, we'll set this going with the standard, and then we're going to shift all the Pilatus out of the road. And no doubt it won't do it all in one hit, but yeah. Oh, let's let the saving thing go, which takes forever on a 4X map. Right, let's grab the Pilatus. Now, did we scan this field yet? We must have done because we can see the data. I can't remember doing it. Sometimes in my like nocturnal sessions, I can't always remember everything I did exactly because I'm sometimes a bit half sleepy, and that's the entire reason for like doing well. This isn't the entire reason. It is my hobby, but what I mean is, no, I think we'll just go straight through. So you can fit 2 very long things like this side by side, maybe 3 at a push. And then obviously there's still plenty of other room, other things too. And it is a very good value at only 10,000 too. Excellent. So 2 of those we've got now. Amazing. I do think also we're going to need to buy a second mower, even if we're using that beautiful windrower. And then how are we doing? Let's just have a quick look at this. I just want to see how effective. Oh, it's not a very nice field, is it? Let's have a look how this goes down. Oh, it's managing it well, though. Oh, it is. You see, it again, with it 20,000 litres capacity, obviously we've got our big tanks, and they are big tanks, but they still are no match for something like a 20,000 litre thing. Big fields like this, you really do need something like that. I mean, I can't get over the spread on that as well. 42 metre spread. This is like a beast. Definitely is quite amazing. But also, the lime does seem to last pretty well. It's quite, yeah, I think it'll run out on the outer headland by the look of this. I'm not sure. It might actually do it. I'm intrigued. It certainly is managing it very well, though. Yeah, just had a thought. It is true. I did say this. If another mod has already created something that like is adequate to the job, like say this, I'm not always sure that I wish to do. I mean, you can, you know, like if it's for cost, or you know you think something's too expensive, you could mod it for that. But this sort of ticks all the boxes. It's got a monstrous spread. Looks very good at, like, you know, lasting for the lime. This is quite phenomenal for a big field like this. To almost manage it in one hit is quite an undertaking. I do think it's going to run out soon. Well, it's 2/3. So it's still got a third left. But the headland is big. I always say that. The headland is seemingly, to me, seems more like half of the field. Or third of the field, I would say, usually for a headland, I think. But I always think it's one of the biggest things. It's a... Let's have a quick look. Oh, wow. Amazing. Sorry for the silence. I'm just really intrigued on seeing like how effective this can be. But this is where they faff around a bit. This is going to be close looking at it, really. I mean, I think there's going to be a bit of wastage now, because it'll do overlaps where it wastes a lot. Would be interesting. Yeah, I'm sort of like debating, do we just watch it? Yeah, I am really quite interested. Why are you actually not doing anything? If that were me, I'd be actually using the fertilizer spreader, not just like going down the field. Oh, do you know? Seriously. Yeah, let's just do it. Yeah, they do. I don't get them. Why are you wasting your time going down a field where you could be spreading with the very spreader that you've got? I just don't get what goes through their head. And I mean, are they programmed So it really isn't their fault, but it's sort of, yeah, no, I think, yeah, we're not going to be too long before we run out. But I've got to be honest, that is like probably 80% of a very, very large field in one hit. That's not bad at all. This is what I found on, I keep wanting to say AgroSul. Obviously, AgroSul was the map, the Australian map or New Zealand map that we had in. Oh yeah, not a bad judgment. Yeah, we had an FS22. One of the last things, because I knew that we were having rice in FS25. I thought, well, let's have a bit of a trial run on FS22. A really really good map, and obviously the Three Marias is made by same map maker whose name escapes me at this precise moment, but then it is Friday night, so I'll set the worker going, because then next session he'll start, or she will start, and they can finish the last little bit off. And I'm still expecting them to waste almost all of this. Oh, let's do it. Let's just finish it. Yeah, and then next session we'll go through till April is where we need to be next. Yeah, we need to be doing the cutting of the grass, and there's a lot. That's going to be a monster session, or maybe a couple of sessions where we cut the grass, and then obviously we need to decide what we're actually doing with them as best we can. Obviously, corn we can do, but again, there's only so much of the corn that will be processed in a year, so we've got to sort of box clever, really. We have got the vegetable the vegetable harvester too, so we could either buy like one of the biggies because they're not too terrible. If we could do vegetables too, but well, I did say that, but we never really went into getting anything for it, and we have got a lot of production. So I suppose whatever you go into though, it would still be for crop alone. Yeah, sort of big. I just don't know what to do. Yeah, it's one of those dilemmas. Do you stick another production down? Do you go like luxury desserts or something like that? That really is a good little earner, but it is literally vegetable based. It is. It's one of my favourite productions, the luxury desserts, along with the whiskey factory. I do love that too, and the soybean factory. I suppose we could do the soybean factory. Yeah, if we run out of things to do, we could do lots of soybeans. Excellent. So really, about 30,000 litres in total. Just over. Not bad for a field of that size, but it is a lot, obviously. So yeah, it's sort of where I would have expected to be. But that is not bad at all. And I think that is probably what I would call a good session. Yeah, another cracking session. We've got our cotton fields up. Our animals are doing well. We are taking extra cotton out every single day now. We've bought a few bits and bobs, including this beautiful bit of kit. Yeah, just use this for liming, I think. Really, yeah, it's a bit awkward really. I didn't really think about the impact of the the super spinny tailor. Yeah, so the closer for next year now, because I would imagine, well, we'll have a look. I'd imagine they're probably going downhill now. That's a bit close. So we ought to be looking. How many fields have we actually got? Yeah, we've only done that one field and that one field presently. So that one's our wheat and that one is our cotton. Now we can do potatoes, and our harvester will pull potatoes up. So that is another one we could do, but I think we said it was bad, but we ought to try it. I've never done it. If we're trying to centre on the Bioplastics, sugar cane. Do we do that? So we've got wheat. I'm not doing the soybeans. We're doing corn. We missed canola. So we've got cotton and corn. We could do potatoes. Could do sugar cane. I'm not sure whether that was a good or a bad one. Sugar cane. 6 for 1. Although it is quite a prolific thing. So do we do a biggish field of sugar cane as well, like Lisa Planter? And if so, I think it's March, April. Sugar cane. It is indeed March, April. Right, so there we go. We could do that. It's true. We're still at $885,717. Oh, let's just check one thing before I do say my goodbyes. So the rope is still on green. The clothes are now on white. Yeah, they've now nosedived. So yeah, they've really 10,000. Sorry. So they've gone down 2,000. So they really have gone away from the best possible price. So rope still is good. So that can be done. Manure. Why have we got manure? I don't know. I must have bought some for some reason. Right, so that is where I'm going to leave it. Yes, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.